Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to our video. So we got a rather longer video today and a little bit of a spoiler, but most likely you got that from the title and thumbnail. We finished Heroic 7 Rise of Krypton and I wanted to show you some fights leading up to that point. First up we have Nightwing. I have posted already a video of Zatanna plus League of Anarchy, only 3-star Zatanna being enough to one-shot a specific fight with 2 billion health, but the thing is you're a bit luck reliant if you're going to be able to exactly one-shot it, because she can or cannot power steal on her specials. Is something that's chance based, and sometimes depending on the fight and my gameplay it might not really cut it to 2 billion but get very close to it. And this problem should be fixed at a little bit higher star rating, because we will just stack faster, get faster to that 300% damage, but it's gonna be fine most fights. Here I even messed up and got power drained lots. Something I hate about this man is that after he uses the special one he power drains regardless of if you block the hits. I am actually surprised that Zatanna didn't get chain stunned and died. I went kind of with that mindset into this fight, like, okay, we're gonna try this, we're gonna get absolutely smashed by Nightwing, and then we're going to see how much damage we deal with the League of Anarchy. But that was not the case, and we are at 300% damage boost, but it took long enough. I think I could have done this much faster if I didn't mess up there and got power drained, and this is gonna matter a lot. We got EPI in here. Gonna build some combo and get some energy for Harley, special 2 in there, and we're starting to deal tons of damage. We're demolishing this man, we're ending his career, but the thing is we don't have that much time left of the fight and I could have been a little bit faster with the Zatanna stacking. By the way, as far as artifacts go, we have Dark Metal cards on Harley. Zatanna I think has the Kryptonite spear at level, what is it now, I think level 6. And we have level 10 Beta Club on EPI for the passive stats as well. And yeah, we let Zatanna die because he doesn't take away the damage buff, and we have just 45 seconds left, which is not a lot of time, but considering how much damage we deal, it's actually going to be a lot of time to deal damage here. But sadly not enough. Building some combo, using our special 2. I mean, building some combo, I'm saying it like the special 2 is the thing that does damage and the combo is just the lead up to that point. Now, building some stun more like it's dealing some damage again. Combo and chopped him. Another special 2. Re-engage the combo. We don't have the best power generation where Harley is alone in there, setting up her own stuns, but she's gonna be fine. And one last stun, the last stun of the fight, and some basic attack hits in there, and we get very close. It's literally one or at best two, at worst 2 more special 2s, and that would have been a little bit better gameplay with Zatanna that led up to that point. Now moving on to the next side, we have Boss Black Adam here. And this is not Advent of Chaos Boss Black Adam. Don't get it mixed. Like, this man might still ruin your day, might still one-shot some stuff, but for the most part this guy is gonna be chill. He's gonna be fine to fight. And we have the Batman Ninja Grodd team with Brainiac to get some lethal attack damage and then start dealing damage of our own. And we had Robin tank that, Brainiac in there finishing his lethal stacking, Grodd in there, super move. Now we're gonna try to push him to the corner, and Black Adam is actually quite easy to combo and chop, not gonna lie, and yeah, I proceed to mess up and I'll eventually switch into an infinite combo, but he's not as hard as you would think, because his opener is very fast, but he does leave some room between his opener and his second hit. Yeah, I messed up the infinite combo there, but we got him in the corner nevertheless again. Keep doing the infinite combo. 3 hits, back off with a block and swipe right. 3 hits, back off into a block and swipe right. The dot damage is fine, we're hitting 26 mil, it's all good. We stacked fast enough with Brainiac. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this man. Sorry for the cut in the recording, but I'm back. So yeah, that's about it for Boss Black Lightning. Moving on, Boss Batman. This man is dangerous, but we'll see how we go with percentage health damage, because that might be enough to put him in his grave. We have first up Deathstroke plus Ben Laughs. I'm gonna use both of them in the same fight, and I'm gonna try my best to get something out of the clones, because we do have Nora Snow Globe, but the clones are not gonna have a great time here, but we'll see how it goes. First up, Ben Laughs is not gonna be great for him. We want to ideally get very close to final form and then get into final form as he gets tagged back in. Like, I could have gotten into final form there before getting tagged out, but that would have been worthless because I would have been unable to actively fight him in final form. So we're gonna build some combo and some specials with Deathstroke. Sadly, you can't crit, so he can't power generate. By the way, sort of salvation on Ben Laughs, so we power stealed him. That's where that's coming from. On the tagging, we move straight into super move, which is great. Then we have Deathstroke, and he blocks that special too. It's fine. We didn't get too much backlash out of that blocked special. Thankfully, he didn't have enough energy for a special of his own. Special one here. Another special one. I can go for another special one. One more special one, and we're in final form, so we're not gonna do that now. Gonna block there, special 2, trying to push him back to a corner. Okay, block that. We don't want him killing Deathstroke yet. We want him killing Deathstroke or even Ben Laughs eventually, but not right now. Managed to re-engage there. He's back in the corner. Gonna block that. Trying to deal some more percentage health damage, and bro, that's enough for Ben Laughs. Like, getting him into final form again would be too much of a problem. It is what it is. He done as much damage as he could. I think he done most of it. If I was to go into final form again, I think we would get like 1 or 2 more percentage health damages, but yeah, I think it's enough. I think it's not worth the trouble going back in final form. Got super move down on Ben Laughs, and now with Deathstroke we're going to try and deal all our percentage health with base Deathstroke, and I think that's actually done. I wanted to do it, usually it's not very important, you can do it after the clones are dead, or you can just not do it and do a lot with the clones, but here the clones are not gonna have a great time, as I mentioned. And yeah, I totally missed that, rip. And when he gets tagged in, he might die, because I might get hit with a special 2 by a clone, and he might get hit by the rest of it. So it's good that we get that out of the way already. Trying to make him do a special where I block the special and the clone stun resists for some reason, which is great for me. That clone stun resisting actually got us around 140 mil at this point, yeah. 140 additional mil from the clone stun resist. Let's go, boys, or lower than that. I didn't really look too much into the numbers, just a rough estimate. Yeah, we did decent damage. Now moving on to the next team, we have Kinflan Sakomen plus Raven. Kinflan Sakomen is gonna have Beta Club, and Raven is gonna have Sword of Sin, so that he can never power generate. And Dr. Fate is gonna have the level 5 or 6 at this point, Kryptonite Spear for the passive stats. Another special one in there. Boy, this man deals damage. Like, to be fair, this is Heroic 7, the most right Heroic 7 boss. So the bosses that are most right usually do more damage. Like, modifiers aside, just raw stats, the most left boss is the least dangerous thing in terms of raw stats, like the base stats that they have. Again, regardless of modifiers that make them do more damage. So it's kind of understandable, but at the same time, those characters have a decent amount of defense and a decent amount of passive stats, so boy, this is a bit dangerous at this point. In their jump attack, trying to push into the corner. This is kind of the peak performance Beta Club dot damage we're gonna get. And it's good enough, like, again, not complaining about 5 mil damage per second against this man. But I was expecting a little bit more, maybe? Though no, not being able to crit is sad. After the super move, we're dealing 7.1, which is a little bit better. Actually, not after super move, now we're after super move. 8.3, okay, that's more like it. And this man might, this was a close one though, but he might die. But yeah, there we go. Boss Collector Batman in 2 fights. Now moving on to a next one, we have Boss Aquaman. You might see that he's missing some HP. You might also want to ignore that, because I don't want to talk about that, and I'm not gonna show that. Let's just say Black Manta didn't have a great time here, because even though he was dealing a lot of damage, he was also taking a lot of damage. But yeah, here, as you can see, we stacked so much faster the damage buff with Zatanna. Look, we have 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock at the point where we were at max stacks with Zatanna. I don't know what I did better exactly in this fight. I might look afterwards and compare the 2 fights and see how I got so much faster that amount of damage buff so fast. But yeah, another special 2 in there. Keep at it, another special 2. Doing combos, Zatanna dying, it's fine. I love the fact that the damage buff remains regardless of if she dies, because if she needs to live, then every single character in this team needs to live, and EPI might not even be able to tank super move, and we might need the regen metrics of somebody, and we lose passive stats. She couldn't even be used with Joker in that way, because she couldn't die to further buff him, so I love the fact that the buffs remain regardless of if she's alive or not. And there we go. Look, this man did not really have 2 billion health, he was missing some health as we entered the fights, but I think we actually could have done 2 billion damage here. Or maybe got them very close to it. Nah, actually it was too close. Maybe you would have missed some damage if he was not already damaged a bit. Though I think we could have done that much in the remaining few seconds. I think 2 more special 2s into a combo would have done it. Now a real quick one with the Batman Ninja team trying to get rid of Nightwing, that was still alive after the Zatanna League of Anarchy fight that you saw at the start. Special 2, we deal 11 mil dot per second with the Beta Club, and that's gonna be a fast one. Now, moving on to the real deal. We have my boy Collector Ward Superman, and Battleflaps and Deathstroke as usual make any boss in the game an absolute joke in terms of how many fights you're gonna need to kill him. I mean, look, it's not gonna be by any means an easy fight for this team, and it's gonna be even easier for me than it will be for most of you guys, because I have sort of salvation, power stealing his ass, getting power generation for myself, and also not letting him use specials on me. Battleflaps dealing all the percentage damage here. Pretty much, yeah, that's it. Deathstroke back in there, special 2. Nora Snow Globe is gonna deal, actually not Nora Snow Globe, Nora Snow Globe is healing us, but we're gonna get permanent dot damage, because we are receiving buffs from this special 2, and he turns those buffs into dot damage, so while we heal a bit from Nora's, we take so much more dot damage. And yeah, he died, and that clone did not have a great time. That must be the saddest clone I've seen in a while. But yeah, second clone in there, and also gets smashed after one special 2. Look, the first fight did not go well. But now, we got the pip refresh and we got to do it again. And even though the first fight did not go well, we did more than half his health. So we're gonna do this on 3 times speed, because this is at this point the 3rd time you guys see this team in the video. And I know, even though it's different fights, and regardless of the situations, you enjoy me playing the fights and talking about them, let's do it on 3 times speed, because I'm getting bored of this team myself, but they're getting the job done. Battleflaps back in there. Here I think I had a far harder time with Battleflaps, because he got so damaged so quickly. Deathstroke back in there, special 2. Perfect Scarecrow building some common, our special 2. Super move, this clone had so much better of a time here. Our special 2, 2 special 2s from the clones, already so much better clone activity than in the previous one. 4 of them, let's go! 5, and that one gets blocked. Another clone in there, this also doesn't instantly die, so this is such a much better fight in terms of gameplay. I mean, not in terms of damage necessarily, because he was low on health, so he would obviously deal less damage. But yeah, he's left with 631. Now for the last fight. This team setup might look a bit weird, but we're trying to solve every single problem that we have, almost every single problem. We're still not gonna be able to crit this man. But other than that, we're gonna be able to do everything to him. So Harley is there for her passive, because she lowers the dot resistance of the enemy. And without that, we would deal absolutely no damage. Then we have Raven in there because of building darkness stacks, and Sword of Sin on Raven for reducing the armor of this man, and Beta Club on King. There was simply nowhere for me to squeeze Dark Metal cards in, and if you might be like, oh, just put them on Harley, it would have been too much of a bother to cycle between 3 characters instead of 2, and at the same time we would miss out on a lot of passive stats. Jump attack there, special 2. Right now the damage is just absolute garbage, but I'm just waiting for it to get better. Raven back in there, special 2. I'm not using special 1 because it applies a buff on myself and I'll get dot damage if that buff is applied. I'm gonna switch into using it a little bit later on so I get a little bit better gameplay, but until then I wanted to preserve my health. And we have to cycle between all the 3 characters anyway at the start because power generation is rough. like we don't have a power reduction character, which you usually have in this scene, and also Raven is unable to power steal with her special 1 because that buff gets turned into dots. So this is, I think, the worst I've seen this team in terms of struggling for power. Another special 2 in there. 5 darkness attacks, king in there, jump attack, special 2. And boy, this ain't great damage, not gonna lie. So far it's not looking too promising. Raven back in there. Special 1. King back in there, jump attack, special 2. There we go, 4.3 dot damage. Again, it's not great, but it might be enough. King back in there, jump attack, another special 2. Oh boy, we're starting to see decent numbers here. 6.9. That's the perfect number. Can't ask for more than that. There's most likely gonna be a bit more here. Yeah, 8.5. That's actually a lot more. That's actually a lot more. Because when it got increased to 6.9, we got the dot damage itself increased from the passive, and then we also got the damage on basic attack hit yet again applied with the damage increase. But yeah, that was it for Heroic 7 Collector of Words Superman, and we got Dark Supergirl. I mean, that's lore-wisely accurate because, I mean, the bad ending where Superman beats Batman, he enslaves Dark Supergirl and mind controls her, and that's the origin of Dark Supergirl as far as I'm aware. But yeah, a little bit of a bonus fight here. We had one more fight available before Rise of Krypton was going away, and I was like, okay. We have 2 options here. We can one-shot the Scarecrow with the Batman Ninja Brainiac team, or we can see how Zatanna does at absolute peak performance. Like, look, there's absolutely nothing more I could give Zatanna. I mean, I could give her Raven, but at that point, if you give her Brainiac plus Raven plus Beta Club, it doesn't matter, because you could give that to Darkseid and he would do 2 billion damage. I've done that. That's irrelevant. And this team is kind of irrelevant as well, because I'm not gonna give her Brainiac and Grodd. If I put Brainiac and Grodd in there, she can go somewhere else. She can go with League of Anarchy and do 2 billion, and they're going to be fine on their own doing 2 billion damage themselves. But I just wanted to see how well she does with good power generation, because that's something that I struggle. I either struggle with power generation or with damage, and this thing has kind of best of both worlds. And Brainiac got the stacking fast, and this is gonna be peak performance Zatanna. Zatanna without Raven at 3 stars, you're most likely not gonna see better than this. I mean, you might see if somebody's got better passive stats from the artifacts, but you get the points. This is as far as my 3-star Zatanna can go. We got him in the corner, we're power generating very fast, so we can just spam the 3rd special. And I messed up the combo interruption. Actually, I don't know how I succeeded to combo interrupt so many times, because I just hate combo interrupting after the enemy is not knocked down, because it's just such a short window to do so. Combo interrupt again. Into a 3rd special. And I'm gonna at some point switch that gameplay I do. So we switch for Grodd. Combo interrupt with Grodd, build some combo, because she doesn't build much combo for herself, and then tag in into a 3rd special, and we can improve that even further. So again, we combo interrupt Grodd. Zatanna in there, jump attack to apply the highest possible dot value, and it's gonna be 5.4. And in terms of damage per dots per Beta Club, it's gonna be kind of lower than Mr. Freeze, I think. With Brainiac, yeah, if we give Brainiac to Mr. Freeze, it's gonna do so much more. And she's dealing a lot of percentage hull damage, so that might skew the numbers a little bit. But I'm telling you, with Brainiac, you're gonna have far better time if you do have Beta Club pairing up Mr. Freeze. And if you have Dark Metal cards, only Zatanna will do better, but at that point just pair up Zatanna with League of Anarchy with Dark Metal cards and you're gonna be fine. This is not something that's useful, this is entertainment purposes with this fight. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. We actually did half of his HP, which is decent, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye! Yeah, that's actually okay damage.
This is the future.